Good evening once again, and thank you for joining us for our current affairs briefing in English with Dr. Edward De Bono. We'll be speaking again about electrogas.
May 2017, the FIAU found out that Conrad Mitzi and Keach Kembury were to receive transfers into their account of 200,000 was put into the account of 17 Black, that is the company of Jürgen Fenech,
Yes.
and 1.4 million from a certain chap called Baratsada.
And who is he?
Baratsada is an Azerbaijan guru, most probably a placement of the Azerbaijan government, who was paying kickbacks to Jürgen Fenech by sending money into this company. Do not forget that we have found out through Noor Bank that 17 Black received into their accounts circa 10 million euros. From this 10 million euros, they made payments out of these accounts of circa 8 million. Because then subsequently, when there were the money laundering investigations, the account was blocked with a balance of 2 million euros. Do not forget that in 2014-15, the Prime Minister, Joseph Muscat, had gone to Azerbaijan to close on the deal with the Azeri government for the supply of gas and petroleum, which we had to buy from the Azeris, even if the market had offers which were more beneficial to Malta. In actual fact, it has been proved that the pipeline between Malta and Sicily provided gas and gas to the island at better prices than our agreement with Azerbaijan. It was cheaper for us to buy this from Sicily than through the Azeris. As a matter of fact, Minister Miriam Dalli a few months ago said that the state is going to make another pipeline with Sicily to ensure the supply to the island. But on account of the agreement we have now with Electrogas, don't forget, we had to buy all that was supplied by Electrogas, even if this was not cheaper, for 19 years. You know, what was the value over a period of 19 years, which was going to be acquired by the Electrogas shareholders, who in a minute I will say who they are, was the amount of 3.9 billion. That is 3, 9, and another 9 zeros after that. This would have given the shareholders of Electrogas, and has given the shareholders, an enormous amount of profit at the expense of the Maltese people, where they could have acquired gas and petroleum, even through the LNG tanker, at prices which are much, much cheaper. Daphne was investigating the Electrogas deal when she was murdered. She was more than a pain in the neck. She was revealing to all Maltese through her blog what was actually going on behind the scenes. The people who were investing in these projects wanted to ensure that the stream of money and finance coming into the companies won't be frustrated on account of Daphne's revelations. Jürgen Fenech is now accused, I am sure there are others involved as well, with her murder. In the circumstances, you can see that Daphne's murder, 17 Black, the Panama Papers before that, and the Electrogas are intimately connected. These contracts were done with the specific intent to be corrupt. These contracts were entered into not for the benefit of the Maltese people, but for corruption's sake. When the FIAU under Manfred Galdes decided that more investigation should take place and the computers from Nexia BT's offices should be confiscated or taken for further investigation, the Attorney General of the time, Dr. Peter Gregg, said that this is too invasive and that it should not happen. Obviously, after the Caruana Galizia murder, assassination, and after the inquiry of the three judges, Michael Malia, Said Policino, and Judge Abigail O'Farrell, they concluded that this documentation, these computers, should have been seized in order that investigations could continue. And they concluded that the cabinet was totally responsible for her murder.
And while we are speaking about this, can we take some time to focus on the Mazura wind farm project in Montenegro?
That is still under wraps and still being investigated, but that's another problem which we have to come to because it stinks of corruption as well.
Huwa każ li jmur lura l-2015, każ li fihem imdaħlin Joseph Muscat u Konrad Mizzi, skandlu li fihem implikat direttament Jürgen Fenech. Kien 9 snin ilu meta l Malta xtrat il-famużi wind farms fil-Montenegro għal prezz li kien it-triplu ta' kemm kienu imbijaw dawn il-wind farms ftit tal-ġimgħat qabel u minn dan id-deal Jürgen Fenech kien daħħal xejn anqas minn 4.6 miljun euro. Issa l Malta konfermat li l-investigazzjonijiet dwar dan l-iskandlu għadhom mhux konklużi, dan intqal fir-rapport finanzjarju tal-kumpanija li ħareġ ftit ilu. Dwar dan l-iskandlu kienet infettet ukoll inkjesta mmexxija mill-Maġistrati Farrugia. Dawn il-wind farms kienu nxtraw mingħand il-kumpanija Civitex għal prezz ta' 10.3 miljun euro. U review interna li kienet saret mill Malta u riet li l-kumpanija kienet konxja li qed tħallas it-triplu għax-shares f'dan il-proġett ibbażat fil-Montenegro li ħadd ma jaf x'benefiċċji tal-pajjiżna. Meta feġġ dan l-iskandlu kien der biċ-ċari li saru nuqqasijiet serji fejn jidħol id-due diligence fil-waqt li l Malta ma mxietx bi professjonalità meta analizzat dan id-deal. Jürgen Fenech minnaħat jew kien irċieva l-profitti minn dan id-deal tramite l-kumpanija segreta 17 Black, li kienet marbuta wkoll ma' Konrad Mizzi u Keith Cambry.
And it arose around that time also?
It arose around that time, but we still haven't got the full details of the Electrogas inquiry and the Panama Paper inquiry. The inquiry which was presented to the Attorney General was limited to 17 Black.
Corruption, and I can say that COP We will come also to the part which is connected with your country. That is the wind park. That is the wind park Mojura, one big affair which was in the focus during the parliamentarian election campaign, especially from our party. Me personally represent many times the documents which just showing that the job with the Mojura wind park is not so clear. And I think that also with support from your country, but also with support with some international expert with the expertise in the financial investigation, we will also open that case as soon as possible. That is our ambition. It will not be so easy. Look, when you have the changes first time after 30 years, you know that most of the public administration works or against you, or they are not so friendly to work in opening of different kind of cases. But what can we do? This is something which we get like what we promised to the people of Montenegro. I am more than sure that the huge number of our population want to see more justice in our ordinary life, and we should give every kind of supporting of that idea. So I am really glad to speak also with the authorities of Malta, and I am more than sure that our government will start the official conversation and communication with your government to help us in this concrete case which connected to two countries.
Thank you very much for watching our program tonight. Should you have any comments or queries, please send them to the number that appears on the screen. I'm Leah Hogg for Net TV, and I wish you a good evening.